It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at the island. Starting off at number 10, we have the Island Mirror Maze, and if you think that you have done a maze before, then think again as this maze is amazing. Spanning across 3,000 square feet, from the second that you enter into this mind-bending attraction, you know that you will be in for a treat. Just be careful though, as with its infinite mirror reflections, dead ends and continuous flashing rainbow lights, it may take a little longer than normal to escape. However, the question is, do you have what it takes, or will you need to be doing a little bit of self-reflecting? Ding ding. Are you below the height of 48 inches and want to experience the same thrills of high rope courses just without the heights? Well, if so, our number 9 spot, Sky Tykes, is a must do. Similar to the island ropes located just above this one, you will be able to venture across some wobbly bridges, stepping stones and even a dodgy ladder, all at a perfect height for your parents to guide you along the tracks but also have a fun experience. For our number 8 spot on our top 10 list, we have a dark ride like no other, as it is not 1D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 but a 7D dark ride experience. And despite me not really knowing what makes a ride a 7D dark ride, I absolutely love this laser game. In a nutshell, you will enter into a very high-tech cinema, and once strapped in, get your laser gun ready, as the screen in front of you will project everything from zombies to a robot creating mad scientist, and you will need to shoot these characters to gain some points. With you also experiencing a lot of movement, wind effects and some state-of-the-art sounds too, it really creates a beyond real experience for the whole family to enjoy. Brace yourselves, as coming in at number 7 we have bumper cars, and no matter whether you want an exhilarating bumper car experience or is just really mad at someone and want to let out your anger, then this ride is a must do. Now normally I wouldn't suggest a bumper car ride, as they are very common around theme parks unlike many other attractions, but with its new circular cars, which looks both really cool and is really fun to ride as well with it spinning around, I couldn't imagine a trip to the park without smashing, dashing and bashing on the park's bumper car ride. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 5, as for our number 6 position we have Twist and Shout, which stands at a whopping 2 stories high. It is not all thrills and screams though, as while rising up and down while bouncing, you will see some fantastic views of the park as you also spin round. So over here on theme park coasting, even though it is not one of the tallest drop towers in the world, we think that for anyone wanting to build up their drop towers or just want to feel that amazing sensation of dropping while spinning, will fall in love with this ride. Top 5, and coming in for this spot we have our first roller coaster on the list, Spinning Parrots Coaster. If you have never rode an SBF spinning coaster before, then I would be astonished, but you will head around a figure of 8 formation while your car is also spinning, not only giving you some very awkward interactions with the other guests, but also making a really fun ride without the cost of a full-scale spinning coaster. So in my eyes, I think you would be squawking mad to not ride the only operating roller coaster at the park. Okay, that was awful. There is no such thing as a theme park without a Ferris wheel, and of course the island is no different with the Great Smoky Mountain wheel. Now I do have to say that I've been on a lot of Ferris wheels around the world, but if we were judging it for the views alone, then this would be the best, as with it being situated on the foothills of the most visited park in the United States, heading up 200 feet in the air, is just an experience that the camera cannot do justice for. This ride is not only great in the day though, as even though you can't get the most spectacular views at night, the wheel is all lit up and it is sure a sight for the eyes. Here we enter the top 3 rides at the park, and for this spot we have the Island Rope Course. If I was going to talk about everything that you can do up here, we would literally be here all day. However, there are 30 different elements, 2 zip lines and an additional cost freefall for $5, all within some of the most beautiful landscaping that there could ever be. My favourite thing about this high ropes though has to be that there are no limits, which is very unusual for high ropes, but it does mean that you can stay up there until you get bored. How awesome is that? Between number 2 and number 1 it was tough, however taking the number 2 position we have Reverse Time, and trust me when I say it is not for the faint hearted. I think watching this ride it is quite self-explanatory, but basically you will spin on a plate which is connected to an arm that will rise up and down, which believe it or not is connected to another plate that will also spin. So yeah, get your sick bags ready, as this spinning, dipping and diving ride will make even the biggest thrill seekers scream their lungs out. Nevertheless, if you do not get sick easily, this small flat ride sure does pack a punch and is a really enjoyable shock for the guests. Therefore, I've decided to put it at number 2. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and for the best ride at the park, we have no other than SkyFlyer Soar America. Opening last year, this ride has been a fan favourite, and for good reasons, as it is a flying theatre, and even though off camera it may just look like a giant cinema screen, on ride it could not be any different, with all of the different aspects making it easily at number 1 for the majority of theme parks. This flying theatre in particular though I am a huge fan of, as from the second that you finish the very creative pre-show and you sit down on your seat, you know that you will be in for a treat. Get ready, as you will soar through Yellowstone, Yosemite, Tetons, Sequoia Groves, Washmish, Niagara Falls, Mount Rushmore, Maui, Grand Canyon, Fisher Towers, Bristol, Speedway, Everglades, Chimney Rock, and of course the Great Smoky Mountains, all within 6 minutes. Wow, that's a lot. But it does not stop there, as your seat will move around in addition to some smoke, mist and scents, creating an undescribable ride. Seriously guys, whether you are American or not, this ride is fantastic, and a trip to Ireland in the Pigeon Forge is not complete without a trip on this attraction. That is it from our top 10 video today. Obviously you all have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you will love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.